Hi, I'm here with Jason Gonsalves today, and we're going to be talking about gurus. And he's very, very passionate about this. And I'm very passionate as well, because I think so many of us look outside of ourselves for healing. And I think it's really important to confront what's in ourselves, because if we're looking outside all the time and we're projecting, are we really doing the work that really needs to work? So Jason, I'm going to pass over to you, and we would love to hear what you think about this.
First, Sharon, thank you very much for the opportunity. It's a pleasure always. Yeah, I'm passionate about the subject of guru, not because I am very interesting on religion anymore. It's just because I'm facing a phenomena that's happened with my work that is very fascinating here in America and in the world, I guess. A lot of the clients that are coming to me now, most of them are successful people in a sense. They have their stuff together. They make money. They have wife and kids, and they have cars, and they live prosperity, right, in America. And a lot of these people, what I realized that the high level people, the people with money, are kind of awakening, on a process of awakening right now, and they're all looking for ayahuasca. They trying to experience DMT, and I don't know if you heard about Silicon Valley. That is this new phenomena happening right now, where they all are taking micro doses of LSD, based on what Steve Jobs. Yeah, they are doing this based on what Steve Jobs did, based on what Bill Gates did, and a lot of those those billionaires of the computer sector are enjoying that, and they are experiencing more creativity. So they're getting into meditation, and they're getting to spiritual things, right? So there is awakening happening in America when it comes to Silicon Valley and successful CEOs, right? And I believe that also has to do with the guilt, the path that they had to take it to achieve that prosperity, the things that they did to be where they at, So again, when you open your mind and your subconscious to things like that, everybody will, in a specific moment of the road, of the run, of the experience, they will have an encounter with themselves. And a lot of times the encounter will bring confrontation, right? And the work that I do, Sharon, is based on a triangle graphic, which it is based on protons, electrons, and neutrons. Mother, father, and your career, your sponsor, right? Your dreams on the top, on the neutron ions. So with that being said, the foundation, for you to have a solid foundation, you have to work in the child, right? Your experience and your childhood. And you also have to work on your family, your culture. And what I've been facing is very interesting, is that a lot of these successful people that have been coming work with me, they want to heal from guilt, and they want to get out of addictions, and they want to have a better life with their sponsors. They want to find happiness. The interesting fact is that every time that the confrontation is made, every time that I confront them with a specific subject that is stopping them to be in peace and to find happiness, they get very mad, and they feel offended. And I happen to find out that the reason this is happening is because there is also a culture, including California, New York. I don't know about Australia, but this is where I am. That I would call those guys the professional masturbators. They are gurus. They visit offices. They work with those successful CEOs. And it's kind of a spiritual masturbation, where they basically tell those guys what they want to hear constantly. And they give donations, and they'll get money from these people, right? And then, later, these people are still starving for peace and happiness, even though they have all this cash and all this sex and all this coke. They are very depressed, and anxiety, panic attack, lies, most of, betraying their wives, and vice versa, wives betraying them. And it's just like this cycle of lies, and so they become actors. And so what I would like to talk today, it's about the subject that people, if you are looking for the light, remember that the light exposes the darkness. So it's almost like you have a dark room that's dirty, right? Full of dust and food on the carpet and all that. You turn it on the light, you will see the shit. You will see the dirty stuff on the carpet, yeah? And so it's the same thing happens with subconscious. If you are looking for the light, I would advise the wealthy people, the people that are successful but wants to feel peace and happiness, to also to prepare your heart, your mind, and your gut to face the hard, the cold reality. Does that make sense, Sharon?
Yeah, totally. I mean, and that's the thing, isn't it? To heal, we really need to see the dark stuff. We need to see the mess, because if we're not seeing the stuff on the carpet, then we can't heal it. If we don't know it's there. And I know for a lot of people, when you are talking to them about that, it brings up a lot of emotion in them, because they don't think they're ready to deal with it. Mm-hmm. But I think it's very important, rather than just telling somebody, oh, you're healing, and talking to them on a superficial level, we really need to dig down and get rid of, get a big vacuum cleaner and vacuum up all of that, the stuff on the carpet.
Yeah, it's interesting, because it's we're living in a moment of sensations. Everybody wants to feel a high, and they want to have some of spiritual insight, right? But I think with that also brings a lot of confusion. And people talks about ego all the time, including those gurus. The ego is bad, and the ego is it's a slavery. But then they go to the offices of this successful people, and they masturbate their ego, and they get cash. And so it's a lot of confusion happening. So I think that I don't think ego is all bad. I think I believe in balance. I work based on the right side of the brain, the left side of the brain. I do believe that we need a certain amount of ego if you're a leader, especially, because you need to have that confidence to protect your environment and to defend your vision, right? But we all have that. Even animals, when you watch nature, you see that they have a personality. They have a way to defend their realm. That's how the process of evolution happens, right? Where you need that. But there's a lot of people, what I see, talking spirituality and talking about fantastic things and abstract things. But when it comes to work and the foundation within the subconscious, they get all mad and they don't want to talk about it, right? So that's kind of pretty much the message of today. I think that we all need to work in the subconscious, and I think the childhood and family is very important for foundation.
Okay, so let me ask you, so these people that may have been going to the gurus in their workplace, who aren't really feeling fulfilled in what they're wanting right now, and they're still having the anxiety and depression, even though that they're seeing these gurus, how would working with you be different? What things do you get them to see that they're not doing now?
Yeah, very, very, very good question. Well, I have some people that, like, I give an example. I have some people that come to me and they say, oh, because I work with this guru that worth $500 million. And I work with this, and I work, all those names, and just throwing names all the time. And it's funny because it's just, I can't really reveal much about it. But when they come to work with me, they felt much more peace, calmness. One of them went to the doctor, and the doctor told him that his heart is functioning, it's working better than 10 years ago, that he doesn't need to take heart pills anymore for heart pressure, blood pressure, right? So they are sleeping better. They learned a mechanism, a way to process things daily, but also to let it go the garbage of the confrontation, of the stress of traffic and money and bills. So it's a tool that they appreciate to know, because they are all feeling calm. And when you have calmness and peace, you connect with happiness, because you process things on a more neutral way. Yeah. So and this person, you know, that I'm talking about ended up also sending, you know, his daughter, he ended up sending his son. And so I'm working with the whole family right now, thank God. So which shows me that even though he probably didn't like the confrontation, he ended up being trusting my work at the point to give me his jewels, his diamonds, which is, you know, his kids, you know, his daughter and his son. They're all adults today, but you know, he trusts me to work with the whole family, which to me it's a sign that my work is working. Yeah. Yeah, but but what I tell people is, when you come look for me, don't wait to only listen great things and, you know, sweet things, because my job is to work with integrity. And I think when you have integrity, you have truth, and when you have truth, you have foundation. When you have foundation, you heal.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to leave this on. You know, when we're looking at gurus, if somebody calls themselves a guru, that's full of ego, and ego attracts ego.
Yeah.
So if you want somebody to feed your ego, then go to somebody who calls them a guru.
Yeah.
Because ultimately you're feeding them your energy, and they're feeding you their energy, and no real healing occurs. Now, if you're looking at true healing, you need to look inside and find somebody who resonates with you on the inside. Who do you want to be? Who, you know, do you want to be ethical? Do you want to be love? What are you trying to transform into? And then find that person. And that person won't be calling themselves a guru. They'll be calling themselves, I don't know, a healer or a therapist or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Because they are helping you to empower yourself and look at the stuff on your carpet, you know, look at the rubbish on your carpet rather than looking outside of yourself. And I think that's where true healing comes. It's about somebody who can guide you inside to help you to work out your shit, basically, on your
Thank you for the cursing. I'm not the only one. Yeah, no, you know what? It's very truth. And it's very cool that you talk about titles. You know, I consider myself the founder of this tool that I believe I create with divine inspiration. But I know that I you know, some people sometimes they say, oh, but you kind of are like a guru, but you kind of are a shaman. I rather to not have those titles, and I rather to see myself just as a employee of my own work, that I'm here to serve people, that I love what I do is a gift. I'm confident with it, but I rather see results than titles, right? I think results are more important than the title. And my message to the gurus out there, the ones that are worth $500 million, the ones that are the famous ones on TV, that with all respect, I don't give a fuck about what you're doing. I'm sorry, my English. And you should use the light that you preach to and to understand the responsibility that you have with these people, and to stop to suck people energy and getting cash. And if you're worth $500 million, why you are not helping people in Africa, South America, Asia? And why do you have the title? And why people have to know that you're worth $500 million? To me, it's just a lie, and it's no truth.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for coming in today. Now, if anyone wants to work with you to get rid of their the rubbish on their carpet, how will they get hold of you?
Well, the best way is to hit me up on Facebook. The name of the page is AHBT, a holistic brain technique. My name is Jason Gonçalves. I have my email information. My assistant Albert will be more than happy to work with you guys. He's an amazing guy. You guys can also send me a message. So that's how it works.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in again, and we'll speak to you again soon.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.